Morning. Welcome to our Saturday Spectacular. I am Gillian St. Kevin, author of Empowering Queer Fantasy That Confounds Expectations. With me is my amazing co-host, Jamie Sands.
Hello,
Hi,
I'm
Jamie.
Jamie. I write optimistic urban fantasy, queer romance, and some other stuff. And I have just found a very important gachapon win from Japan.
Yay.
Little tuxedo mask there. Don't know what to do with them. Yes, hello, I'm here. I woke up and I thought, I should check the time in case it's almost time for sprints, as I got to be awake for those. And it was 8:20. And I thought, well, I should be okay. And then I checked the time again and it was 8:37. So it's a bit cooler this morning and a bit dark. And apparently my body just wanted to keep on sleeping.
Yep. It is not cool here. I'm just going to actually check the temperature because I'm like, wow, it is hot. It is hotter than it should be at this time. Yeah, it's 22 degrees already.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're at a cool 19 and I'm loving it.
Yes. Wow. We've got a breeze going on outside, but I'm afraid to open the window because Canterbury in summer, it's lousy with flies.
Yes.
And so pretty much we are a house besieged. We do not open windows. We do not leave doors open.
Fair enough.
We do everything we can to keep them out. Oh, you've just come back from what looked like to be the most amazing weekend of LARPing.
It was. So Capcom is a LARPing gaming festival. It's really mostly was tabletop this time, because it was the first time we've had it since 2021, for obvious reasons. And so it was a bit smaller and a bit sort of last minute for a lot of people, as opposed to normally when it was you've got lots of time to prep and everything. So I ran a game called The Great Fantasy Bake Off, which was a big success. We provided people with Play-Doh and arts and crafts things and pipe cleaners and so on, and gave them 3 challenges, and people made up their own characters and had a lot of fun with it. And we announced a star baker at the end. And I thought it went pretty well. And then at the end, we won a prize for it.
Oh, wow.
For being not the best GM of the weekend, but runner-up best GM. Me and the person who ran it with me.
Yeah,
which was really fun.
I feel that you'd gotten something like second best GM for the Great Fantasy Bake Off, and I was like, there were only 2 GMs. That's a bit on the nose. But
so someone else won best GM for the weekend, and it was, as I understand, very well deserved. I did not expect to win anything, so I was very pleased. And then I also ran Alice is Missing, which is my favorite game. One of my favorite games, which is a game played in text. Text conversations and text chains about looking for a friend who's gone missing. Anyway, but I had a great weekend. I got to play in Monster Hearts, which is a game of teenage monsters being dramatic at each other, and a game called Queers with a Z, which is about basically Sailor Moon if queers. So everyone had a different kind of queer stereotype, and you're fighting with your rainbow blasts against the forces of ignorance, which was insanely fun.
Beautiful. Hi,
it
Amy.
Was really good.
In case it is not obvious, Jamie is sharing how the Capcom weekend went.
And then the other thing I got to do was read Steve Rogers in Avengers as written by William Shakespeare in a play reading, and that was incredibly fun also.
We are on Gillian's channel for today, but you are our first viewer, so theoretically you could pick.
You could choose.
Which channel. Yes.
Who do you like best? So good.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing time, and I got to ride back and forth to it with my brother and catch up with him. And on the last day I was there, my sister picked me up and took me to breakfast and then to the airport, so I got to catch up with her too. It was just a really nice trip, although
Sorry, look at Amy's comment.
yeah. And even though Wellington was incredibly stinking hot and humid and unpleasant, I still had a good time.
Yep. I thoroughly enjoyed all of the photos and updates you shared of the weekend. It just looked like so much fun.
It really
And it is
was.
brilliant to see people having fun doing geeky things.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite events because it only happens once a year, but all my old friends go to it. Well, most of my old friends go to it, like all my old geeky friends, my brother and his friends, and it's nice to see people again who I
Yep.
wouldn't see otherwise. Like this is the time that I see them.
Oh, and you were also, this is what I get excited about, you were house sitting a very friendly cat who shared toys with you. Two
Two
friendly
cats.
cats.
Yes. So I was looking after Nettie and Panga, who are not quite a year old. Two cats. And Nettie was the more overtly friendly one who would, bring me his toys, his special bees, which had been previously attached to a stick, but he systematically chewed them all off so he could have them privately. So that was very sweet. He slowly brought them to me. But Panga was a bit more standoffish, but every now and then he'd just jump on me purring, and it was time to love Pan as much as possible, which was very sweet. So they
Yep.
both were very affectionate and good boys, but because of their age, they also liked to play parkour at 2 a.m, which was
Good.
less cute. Less cute.
Yep. I am back out at Omahi. I said goodbye to Jet on Tuesday, so I'm currently without a dog.
Wow.
And in fact, I'm without any house sits until the second week of February, where I'm actually taking over 4 cats that I think you know well, Jamie. Socrates, Eleanor, Nelson, and Boudica.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hanging out with them for a week, which is exciting.
Nice.
But
I caught up. Sorry, this is relevant. I caught up with a friend of mine who's probably going to move to Christchurch sometime this year.
Excellent.
And she has 2 giant Leon burgers. And
okay, yes.
she will want to travel. So just know that there is a possibility of gigantic dogs in your future.
So this is awful. I have closed myself to new clients, but I make exceptions. And I think there will be an exception made for giant dogs.
Griffin and Lambert are very sweet boys, if stupid, as I understand it.
Yep.
I'm just going to share some stupid cake, not stupid, fantastic cake designs into the
Discord
chat, because I think I only posted them on my private page, not generally.
But yep, so I'm currently dogless, but on Tuesday morning I took the Nibblings and George to Horsewall Quarry Dog Park. And this was hilarious. I showed up very early in the morning while the kids were still in their pajamas. And my sister was like, okay, you guys, you're going on an adventure. You need to get dressed. Nephew dressed in full soccer kit, minus the boots.
Yeah.
And my niece dressed as if she was going on safari. She had a animal training jacket, a vest over her t-shirt and shorts, and she had her grandfather's actual safari hat. And so we go to Horsewall Quarry, and both kids get lots of compliments on their outfits. But my niece bought her breakfast to eat in the car, but then had George on her lap, so she couldn't eat, and then only remembered her breakfast when we got to the dog park. So she's walking around eating a cream cheese bagel, and she's getting followed by an increasing number of dogs. There was one little terrier called Wally who walked with us so long that he completely forgot about his owner. And I think would very happily have continued to walk with us, and if his owner hadn't like started freaking out looking for him. So,
Look, cream cheese bagel is important, man.
yeah, no, it was really, really funny. I've got photos of like the successively increasing dogs, and she loved it. Also, Horsewell Dog Park has two big fields. One field, they mowed the grass in the middle short. They've got like it's mowed very, very small around the outside, so we've got a walking track, and then it's just kind of left to go a bit wilder in the middle. So one paddock, it's at a reasonable size. In the other paddock, the grass has just been left to grow, so it's quite high. And it's high enough that George can't see when he's in it. So he has to do these little dolphin jumps to like see where he's going. And the Nibblings thought this was the most hilarious thing, and nephew would hide in the grass and then call George to find him, so we'd see George go. And then somebody mowed a maze into the really tall grass, and when George got to the maze, but because he could actually walk on those bits, he got super excited and ended up doing zoomies, which hasn't happened in a while, and it was just so great to see him having so much fun. I also babysat him, the Nibblings, and their cousin last night, and the kids were fantastic. We ended up watching The Croods, and then they were all really good for bedtime stories, except they all wanted George to sleep on their bed.
Yeah.
And he ended up sleeping on my nephew's bed. And my nephew, who has historically had problems with George, I think he was initially jealous when George came into the family and was the baby, and he was the baby. And
that's tough, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough, but now he was cuddled up with George for so long, so well, and yeah, it's so great to see how they've all settled down and are just being super cute together. Hi, Sage. Oh, Sage, before you hop off to bed, how is Yuri's birthday party going? Jamie, were you here for this?
No.
Sage has a sort of fan Discord, and he's organizing a birthday party for Russian Yuri from Yuri on Ice. And so they're making like all sorts of fan stuff, and it sounds like so much fun.
I've cosplayed him. I've still got the whole outfit. It might come back. It's a really beautiful wig. Maybe I'll do that for winter get in. He is my favorite. Coming along. We've had quite a lot of hype. 5 weeks to go. Oh, wow. You're planning early.
That is so exciting. Yes.
That's very tempting, but I have so much fun.
Yep. So we have kind of caught up with our news. Before we do the warm-up, we should share what should we share?
Achievements.
Yes.
Mine is very straightforward. I got a book deal this week.
Yay!
Yeah. I've signed the contract and everything, so it's really going to happen.
That is really awesome.
It is really awesome. We were waiting for Anna's car to get a warrant when the news came through, and I was just like of all the things to find out while you're waiting for a car to get a warrant.
Yep. Yes, and I don't know. I really like working with this publisher, so I hope you have like the great experience that I had with them.
I think it's been pretty great so far. The back and forth I've had with the editor is really lovely. She was like, "Wow, you replied quick," and I'm like, "I'm at New Zealand's version of the DMV. I've got nothing else to do." Yeah, so that's very exciting for me. I did also manage a couple of edits, which is great.
Brilliant.
But yes, that was me.
Yep. Oh gosh, I feel like I just get brownie points for surviving this week. Just moving out of a house sit, including one that I've been at for a long time, is always tricky. And then I had a really long day yesterday. Just sort of, I had 3 events in town, all of which involved me talking to people. So I am very tired today. But I think my achievement is that I currently have no freelance work, which means that I was able to get back to Serious Crew on Thursday. And I have created my 4th Scrivener document for this story. But yeah, I'm feeling happy. I have sort of in this document, I've put like a quick sort of summary of what happens in each chapter, and I'm hoping this means that I can just open it up and start writing. And I'm not sure whether I want to start writing today, or I've got Act 1 and Act 2 in there.
Yep.
Or if I want to get Act 3 and Act 4 into this document.
Yeah.
Also,
maybe the warm-up will help decide.
Yep. Before we do the warm-up, while we have people here, I have a favour to ask everyone, and I feel like this is very needy, and I apologise for that. Last week, Jamie and I got a comment on one of our streams that was not great.
Uh-oh.
And I don't want to repeat it because I don't want to give more attention to it. And I also don't want people to go looking for it or looking for this person. But I wasn't going to mention it at all and just ignore it. But then I remembered we get so few comments on our videos that in the YouTube algorithm, it's probably going to give this comment, the fact that it was made at all, kind of a lot of attention, and potentially share our streams to people who share this person's opinions. I don't want that.
No.
So I am asking if you would please just make a comment on this video. It doesn't have to be it could just be an emoji or something, just so that YouTube shares. We can reset the algorithm and get our streams shared to people who like them rather than people like that guy.
Fair
enough. Apologies.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Algorithms are tricky.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I will probably just ask for comments for our next couple of streams. Just
I think that's a good idea.
Try and get us on a better place. Thank you, Amy. So yes, what was I going to say? Yeah.
Warm up.
Okay, so yes, warm up. I have got the Wild Unknown here, but because we had a oh, thank you, Sage. Because we had a weekend where it was just me, I kind of want to have Jamie card decks today and tomorrow. Is that okay, Jamie?
That's very fair. That is fine. Easily to hand, I have pretty much everything. So that doesn't help. What would you like? What are you feeling? Alleyman is right here. We could start.
I'm actually feeling the movie tarot.
Movies? Yep.
I'm not sure why. I've just woken up and I'm like,
don't question it.
That is my base. Yep.
Movie tarot. By Natalie Foss. Ooh. Oh, and I just spilled them everywhere. That's a good start. Okay.
Okay, I will switch the ticker over to the warm-up, and while you wrangle cards, I will just, for anyone who hasn't joined our streams before, we start with a warm-up, which is 5 minutes of uncensored uncensored writing. We use whatever card Jamie is about to pull as inspiration or a jumping off point for this 5 minutes. And we don't try to be smart or beautiful or poetic. We just write. And you can use this in all sorts of different ways. You can get whatever is front of mind out of your head onto paper so that your mind is clear for the creative work we're about to do. You can use it to hop into the head of one of your characters or just jump straight into your work in progress or to reflect on something that's going on in your life or in your writing career. Or as Jamie and I have been doing a fair bit of recently, you can use it as like a pep talk for yourself. Whatever makes most sense to you in the moment. And yeah, another thing we like to do is because we both tend to do most of our writing by typing, switch to a pen and paper just to kind of make it even more different from usual.
All right. Say when.
When.
Okay.
These cards are just like full of energy, aren't they?
They really are.
7
We got
of
the 7 of
coins.
coins this morning, which unfortunately is not a movie character, but that's okay. 7 coins. 7 of coins. Profit, growth, and progress. Valuable assets, fruits of labor, hard toil. You're on a learning curve, but maybe there's some anxiety around money. Potential for improved status or work promotion. Oh, that's very positive.
Yeah. I like the learning curve.
Yeah. Seven of coins. All right, and I've got a timer ready. So that's the card again. It's really pretty, actually. The little vines growing up the coins.
Oh, yeah, and they're crossing over. I love that.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep.
Awesome. 5 minutes, starting now. Nice. Almost a page.
Yeah. I've almost, I'd say 3/4 of a column.
Nice. I need to tidy up my desk, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. Going to focus on my edits. All right. So what do you, did you decide if you're going to plan more or write?
I have not decided. But first thing I'm going to do is plan my day. Despite waking up at 8:07, much like Jamie, I struggled to get started today. Amy says, ironically, I've been tidying my desk during all of this so far. Oh, I should get rid of the warm-up. I'm going to switch to this one, just even though we haven't officially started yet, because otherwise I'm going to forget to change it.
Yeah.
I need to plan my day, finish eating breakfast, and in planning my day, I will decide. Yep. The thing is, I've been having inspiration for a scene, for an event that I'm not sure where in the story it will happen, only that it has to happen. Basically, Sirius is going to celebrate his, like, instead of, I think they're going to move his dad from where he's currently buried to like an act somewhere in Paris where he would actually like to be buried.
Yep.
And then celebrate his life by throwing a party that Hiram would be proud of, and it turns into like a week-long event.
Love it.
Yeah. I suspect that kind of needs to happen when all of Cerise's friends are talking to him.
Probably, yes.
So yeah, potentially towards the end of book 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Okay. We need to get to work.
Yeah, let's do it. So we've got, the timer is more than 5 minutes. It is 20 minutes. Yes, good. I've got it sorted.
Yay.
All right, when you are.
Okay, 20 minutes. Let's do this, starting now.
Perfect. Care Bear time. solstice. There we are. First sprint done.
I have finished planning my day. And I have my document opened, and I looked at I'm going through the chapters, and I'm sort of seeing if there's any ones that I can feel I can jump into and start writing now, or whether I continue to sort of get myself organized for Act 3 and 4. And I'm leaning towards continue to organize myself. But I'm also leaning towards writing chapter 25, which is like the midpoint of the novel, and it is the dinner roll scene. So that
the most important scene in the whole book.
Yes.
The whole series.
Yeah, it was kind of, I think it'd be kind of like nice to write it so that I can get like an emotional handle on Sirius and like everything building up to that point and everything that comes after, because dinner rolls.
Dinner rolls.
So, but yeah, so I may end up doing that.
Excellent. I got through a chapter or 6 pages, so feeling pretty good about that. It is quite cold now. I might have to go and get another layer. Care Bear came in wanting cuddles because he'd been out in the rain, and he's a soggy cat, which was very cute, but also less than perfect.
Yep.
All right. Shall we get back into it then? And I will duck out for a moment. I might want to refresh my drink because I'm very much enjoying this Milo.
Yep. I have almost finished my coffee, and my teapot is full of herbal tea. So I'm trying very hard to hang out for our third sprint break but I may need caffeine before then.
That's fair. All right, let's go another sprint starting now. 2 done. Six more pages, no, 5 more pages done, plus lots of Care Bear time.
Very important Care Bear time.
Yes. He had been out in the rain and was wet.
Yeah. This is really embarrassing. I have added 29 words to my document. But I have found a scene that I want to write, and I started to write it, and then I thought, oh, what if I started it in this other place? So we have been joined by Lady Wildflower, who was up until 1:30 a.m. last night working on the Wellingtonian werewolf book, and has just shared a little, I don't know, not exactly a snippet, a little something of the story that I adore. That just sounds like so much fun. Excellent.
That sounds really good. Oh dear. Work. Let's get into the next one before I fall asleep.
Good plan, but I just have to say, Lady Wildflower, have you seen a meme, I think, that I know Jamie had shared before, where it's like, planting native bush and stuff provides habitat and things for pollinators like Mothman? I am, for some reason, Henny is giving me those vibes, and I would love just to see this poor dock worker like trying to figure out, are vampires an introduced species or not?
Yeah, are they endemic or are they dangerous? I actually played a game. So my brother wrote a game called Monster of the Week where you can play Buffy or Supernatural or X-Files, that kind of thing. And he ran a game for me, playtesting some stuff, me and a friend. And we'd chosen that all vampires were our enemy. And so he introduced in this game vampire Kiraru. Who were trying to attack us. And we were like, we caught them and we're like, I don't think we can kill them because they're a protected species. What do we do? So we had to keep them in cages in our mobile monster fighting truck and study them for science.
Yep. Off topic.
It was very silly.
One of both my mum and my stepdad used to work for Doc, and one of our good family friends was a guy who trained Labradors to find kiwi and pick them up without hurting them so they could be relocated safely, which is quite an achievement.
Really cool. Yes, and Lady Wildflower is correct that Vampire Kia would be a complete nightmare and absolutely impossible to tame.
It'd be pretty much game over at that point.
It would. I don't think anyone could live. We just have to give over the whole islands to them. Okay, let's jump back in it. Thoughts of vampire native birds in our heads.
Right. I appreciate that, Lady Wildflower.
Yes.
Okay. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Starting now.
Excuse me.
Third sprint done. I got a bit distracted by the good news that Good Omens has been renewed for a third season officially.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yay. I have 308 words, which is very nice.
Very good. I got another, about 5 or 6. Seem to be pretty steady on how many I'm getting at the moment, which is nice. Yeah. So I've done 17 pages this morning. So about 6 or 7. Oh dear.
Yep.
Still been getting up, so no writing yet, but I do in total have 16, 19 words of Wellington Wealth planning in a doc. Very good. Very good, Lady Wildflower.
Yeah. I am wiped out after a very long day yesterday. So I am really keen to go and refresh my pot of tea and make myself a new coffee, but I also want to stay and chat because we seem to be having some good chat now, but no.
Coffee
Okay,
first.
we're not. Yes, and we can chat in the Discord.
We can chat in the Discord, that's right. All right. See you shortly.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to take a short little break to refresh drinks, grab snacks, and all of that good stuff. Back soon.
Bear is very cuddly this morning. He was quite sulky about me being away. And the day I got back, I also gave him Bravecto, which he wasn't too pleased about. But it seems I'm forgiven. He's a good boy most of the time. He'd wake me up at 6 because he'd run out of bickies, and he decided that the best way to wake me up was by climbing on the stack of books I've got to read beside my bed and making them fall down. But aside from that, he's been very good. Clear up my emails. Yes, that's exactly what it was. I am starving. Yes. So he got early breakfast today, but make sure there are plenty of bickies tonight so that he does not need it tomorrow.
I love this headset. So because it's not like plugged into my computer, I can just wear it around the place, and I'm puttering around in the kitchen making my tea, and I hear Jamie giving Care Bear updates, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. I can leave the computer and I'm not missing anything.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So yes, if anyone is wondering about buying expensive headsets, yes, it is worth it.
Excellent. Ooh. Zone of interest. What is the zone of interest? I've been emailed about a preview of the film festival's movie, The Zone of Interest, but I don't know what it is. What is it? Tell me what it is. Oh, it's about Auschwitz. Nope, don't need that. Nope. The Zone of Interest made it sound like an Annihilation style thing, and I was interested in that, but...
Yep. My granddad was held in a prisoner of war camp in the Czech Republic. And one of the jobs that it was a labor camp, he and his fellow prisoners were made to do was sort of like repair and lay down railways. And they, in protest, did a really bad job of this. Like, they would like work really slowly and pretend that, they kind of like do things in a sloppy way so that they would need to be done again and that. But he said that, there would be like these trains coming through that looked like, sort of like cattle trains and stuff, except that the carriages would have people in them, and they didn't speak the same language as these people, but like they would wave and shout and like try and sign and stuff to them and like pass things back and forth like between the people in the train and themselves and stuff. And he was like, oh, who are these people? And it wasn't until after the war that, he realized these trains were taking people to Auschwitz.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My granddad was 16 when he signed up, which, is like, I think 18 was the conscript age.
I think so.
But he was a member of the Canterbury Yeoman Cavalry. He really liked horses. So he was everyone else, like the cavalry, obviously, they were the first to kind of go, like the actual trained soldiers went first. And his captain sort of sat him down and was like, hey, dude, you're 16. You can sit this one out. And he was like, are you kidding? I'm not waiting till I'm 18. The war's going to be over then. So he goes, and when they arrive, they pretty quickly realize there is no place for horses in this conflict. So instead, the Canterbury Yeoman Cavalry became kind of like a transportation unit. They were taking supplies and people places, and he pretty much immediately got wounded. And after, like, he got wounded in Greece, and he and some of his friends who didn't abandon him because he was wounded, they kind of slept in ditches, stole food from people's gardens to survive. They somehow got their way to this port where there was a Red Cross ship that could give them aid. And then that ship got bombed and sunk while my granddad was on it.
Jeez.
Because the Germans had been given information that the Red Cross ship wasn't actually a Red Cross ship, and it was it was actually a troop transport ship. So after Granddad managed to get himself off the ship and back onto land, where he was promptly captured, and he spent the rest of the war in prisoner of war camps in Poland and the Czech Republic.
All right.
Yeah. But yes, sorry to bring the tone down. It is a fascinating story. What is cool is that he made there was a Scottish guy in this camp, and he and my granddad became lifelong friends to the point that he went to this guy's wedding. The guy and his wife came over to New Zealand for my granddad's wedding. And when my mum was doing her OE, she spent some time staying with them in Scotland, and their kids also came over to New Zealand at some point. So it's just like this.
Nice.
Yeah, some incredible relationships came out of a like really awful experience.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, now let's fight. It's like, how do we go?
Let me get back to my vampire smut now. When we were
there's a time and a place for this. This is probably not the place.
Okay. Gosh, yep. Care Bear's laid down behind me. He's telling me it's work time. So
and we must listen to Care Bear.
Let's do it. Where are we? All right, 20 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. 20 minutes starting now. Oh, update the ticker, please.
Oh, yes.
Fourth sprint done.
Let's see, I am up to 606 words total, which is good. I'm sort of, easing back into writing, and this is a scene that I haven't planned, so I've got like lots of thinking, like, do I do it this way? Do we take it that way? So yeah, it's fun but slow.
Apologize for the beeping partway through that sprint. I got distracted because one of the markets we're doing next month is at a makerspace, and I thought it'd be interesting to see if they had a cricket to try out, because we're considering getting one, but they don't. They do have an embroidery machine, which I'm very curious to use for my plushies, though.
Can I just show off this?
Cute. That's fawn art, yes.
And can you see, it is a sticker made with a cricket.
Wonderful.
And I have a second one, actually. So, yeah. Fawn and Fawn's parent have been experimenting with making stickers. And so there's like exciting developments coming there. So, Lady Wildflower, it's pronounced cricket, but I'll spell it for you. It is like a machine that cuts things out and is used for like making things that you can then attach to t-shirts or
mugs,
actually,
or anything.
Julie made me like a template for making plot embryos with the cricket, and I had it actually in my hand just before. Where have I put it? It is a very interesting thing with a lot of potential things you can use them for.
Yeah, Anna wants one for cutting out labels and stuff for soaps. I want one because I found out that they can cut out of felt, and that would save me a lot of trouble with my plushie making. Especially all the frogs, I'd be making little felt things for them, so it would be very quick and easy if I didn't have to cut them myself.
It's funny you say that, Lady Wildflower, because Julie used her cricket to make my Don't Panic t-shirt.
How'd I go?
But
okay.
Yes.
Yep, another 6 pages. I'm doing good. Slow but steady.
Yep. It is 11:21. If we are really focused, we could still get in our 2 sprints and just be a little bit over time.
Sounds good to me. All right, 20 minutes starting now. sprint done. 5th sprint. We've got 272. Oh, yeah. 8 pages.
Really great progress. I have hit 1,009 words for the day. Still slow, but lots of thinky stuff involved. But yeah, I am pleased with what I've got. It's 11:42. Shall we jump straight back in for our final sprint?
Let's do it. 20 minutes starting now. Right, last sprint done.
I am really impressed how much we've accomplished for people who stayed up to 1:30 a.m. or started this morning very sleepy.
Yeah. I am still very sleepy. I've got to page 79, which means I have done how many? 79. 38 pages of editing this morning. That is a very good effort. Oh dear. Why can I need a nap?
I might need a nap. But I have added 1,457 words total this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy has also made good editing progress in the last 2 sprints. Excellent.
Good. So it might be time to say goodbye and go sleep or do whatever.
Yep, Amy's considering a swim. It's super hot in Christchurch today. That is a fantastic idea. I'm out in Omahi with no access to a pool. So yeah, I think I might be following Jamie's lead and going for a nap.
Okay, let's do it. So we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same places. Yep.
We'll be hanging out on Jamie's channel though.
Yes.
Oh, there's a beach in Amberley, but I don't want to go to Amberley. There may be closer beaches, actually. I will investigate after a nap.
It is not brilliant weather here in Auckland. I am enjoying the cooler temperature though. Get some sewing done this afternoon and chill out. That is my plan for the rest of the day.
It is a good plan.
I think so.
Amy, Lady Wildflower, and Sage, even though you've already gone to bed, thanks for joining us today. It was awesome to have your company, and yeah, it's been really fun hanging out, and cannot wait to catch up with you again soon. Until then, bye.
See you.